The Twins Who Lived Mirror Lives, 1991, Warsaw, Poland. You can't explain a story like this with logic alone. Not when two brothers, identical twins separated at birth, grow up in different corners of Poland, yet end up living the same life, choice for choice, breath for breath, as if pulled by an invisible thread neither could see. It began on a winter morning in 1991. Snow fell over Warsaw in a hush, softening the edges of the city as a young journalist named Marek Lewandowski crossed a busy street on his way to an interview. He walked with a confident stride, a sketchbook tucked under his arm because when he wasn't chasing stories, he drew. Always had. And he lived on a charming little street named Zielona Lane, lined with bakeries and old brick flats. At that same hour, 2 cities away, a mechanic named Adrian Nowak wiped grease from his hands and closed his shop early. Not because he was tired, Adrian almost never tired, but because he had a sketch to finish. He wasn't a trained artist, but he drew constantly, instinctively, like it steadied something inside him. His address? Zielona Street. Different town. Same name. For 28 years, these two men lived parallel lives without ever knowing the other existed. Both rode the same brand of motorcycle. Both broke their wrists at age 12, same bone, same side. Both loved mint tea. Both hated thunderstorms. Both carried the same half-formed dream of someday traveling to Norway to see the quiet places. People who knew them often said, "You remind me of someone." But no one ever followed that thread far enough. Not until the day Marek was assigned to interview a mechanic whose custom bike designs had begun turning heads across Poland. He arrived at the shop early, yet brushing snow from his coat. Inside, the air smelled of oil, metal, and cold winter air gusting in through the half-open door. Then Adrian walked out from the back room. The world seemed to freeze. Two identical faces, two identical sets of eyes widening in disbelief. For a heartbeat, neither man spoke. There was no dramatic music, no destiny swirling in the air, just the quiet hum of a shop heater and the realization that their entire lives had been echoing someone else's. Their first conversation lasted hours. Their second, even longer. And by the end of that week, they learned the truth their adoption papers had never fully revealed. They were twins, born minutes apart, separated by circumstance, reunited by a trail of mirrored choices. When people later asked how it felt, Marek would smile and say, "It's strange, living your life only to discover someone else lived it too." And Adrian would add, "But maybe that's the point. Maybe some connections don't fade, they wait." If you enjoyed this story, please like, share, and subscribe to help the channel grow.